All right, good morning, Form Ones. I do believe you guys are having a great time, enjoying at home, but still more having to learn. Now, last time I was in your class, physically we were talking about energy, and I remember we defined energy. And we said energy is the ability to do work, okay? Whereby work is defined as the movement of objects due to forces. We say that if your force is able to move an object, then it means that's work being done. Okay, if I ask you to push a car and you're able to do it, it means you've done work. If I ask you to pull a mouse, the mouse from the computer. Yeah, if I ask you to pull it back and it moves, it means you've done work. If I ask you to push over the wall, if I ask you to push a wall and doesn't move, no matter how much force you apply, you go like, wall, please, wall, can you please push over? If it doesn't move, it means there's no work done. It's really horrible. So work is that's what we said in class, and then we said the ability for you to do the work. If you want to be able to do the work, for you to be able to do that, you need some energy. Okay. So anything that pushes anything on earth has energy in it. So that's what energy is. You see, the book says in everyday language we use the word energy in many different ways. Just look at the examples in figure 15.1. Okay, where is that figure 15.1? Yes, right here. It says different ways of using the word energy. Number one, I see a mother and a kid. This kid looks like he's in grade 6. I don't really think he's in Form 1, but anyways. So the mother says, I don't know where he gets his energy. She's looking at a kid who's running up and down with a ball, playing ball. So the mother says, I don't know where he gets his energy. Okay, yeah. People say that all the time. They say, oh, this little girl has so much energy. She just keeps on jumping up and down. All right, then we have this picture on the right where there's a newspaper and there's a top story which says World Energy Crisis. And I can see an Earth there. I think there's an Earth and some solar bodies. Okay, let's move on to look at this guy right here who's fixing a bulb onto a table lamp. Oh, yeah, a table lamp holder. So he's saying, I'm using a low energy bulb. Oh, really? Good for you, sir. All right, then let's see this family right here. Do you see the family? There is a mother. She's talking, and there's a daughter just smiling, looking at the mother. And there is a guy right here sitting across the mother. And the mother says, eat your food. It'll give you energy. All right, so people use the word energy like every single day. Yeah, now let's look at the forms of energy because not all energy is the same. All right. Now, last time we said there are two kinds of energy. We have stored energy and movement energy. And we said stored energy is a kind of energy whereby it is there, but it's not being used at the moment. But it has the capability of doing something, of moving an object, of doing work. That's stored energy. Another name for stored energy is potential energy. And we said also we have movement energy, which we didn't describe or define. So for the meantime, I'll just skip it. Now let's go to look at the forms of stored energy. So there are so many forms. There are three forms. We have gravitational potential energy, which I'll call GPE. Then we have strain energy, which I'll call elastic potential energy. Okay, it's right here, elastic potential energy. Then we have chemical energy, which doesn't have any other name. All right. Now, let's talk about gravitational potential energy. We said this is a form of energy which is possessed by objects which are above the Earth. That's what we said before, just for the sake of, making you understand, so you understand more as we go by. So for the meantime, it means gravitational potential energy is a form of energy which is possessed by objects which are above the Earth, the surface of the Earth. And these objects can do work when you release anything that's holding them. For example, if I have a phone in my hand and I release my hand from the phone will fall down. Falling down is doing work because the object is moving down by the force of gravity. So the force of gravity is doing work. If you have a book on the table and you decide to remove the table, the book will fall down. What does that mean? It simply means gravity is doing the work. That's what happens with gravitational potential energy, because when you remove the obstacle, the work is done. Let's look at this question where it says, if you're holding this book, that's question 1. If you are holding this book, or if it is resting on a table or desk, why does it possess potential energy? It does possess potential energy because it is above the surface of the earth. I spoke like Daffy Dyke, I know. Alright, let's go to question 2. It says, if you held a stone over the mouth of a well and then let it go, what would happen to the stone? Explain your answer. Now, what would happen to the stone is that when you let go of the hand, the stone would fall down into the well. And this would happen because the force of gravity would have dominance on this stone because you're no longer holding it. Isn't it? Alright, then it says examples of objects with this type of stored energy, which is a gravitational potential energy, are plates on a table, books on a shelf. Yes, a child at the top of a slide, and an apple growing on a branch. Okay, let's look at this child on the top of a slide. Do you see the kid over there? Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Alright, so she's on top of a slide, and you can see that she's above. There's a distance, there's a height from the surface of Earth to where she is, meaning to say she's possessing a gravitational potential energy. Then on the right, as you can see on the right shows that she's now sliding down. So, she or he, I'm not very sure because, children sometimes. Yeah, so you can see that she's on the ground now, so it means she's losing that potential energy, that gravitational potential energy. And if you see on the window, you can see that there's some books, and I think there's a book falling down. Yeah, it's falling down from the shelf. And there's a plate on the table, and a plate is falling down as well. What's happening around here? You have some apples on the tree. You see those ones, those red apples on the tree. Oh man, I love apples. I so much love apples. Alright, that's it for today. I think let's stop right there. So tomorrow, the next time we have a physics lesson, we'll look at strain energy. But for the meantime, today, we've finished with this. Alright, otherwise, just do the exercise I've left for you to do. Have a good day, my friends.